Hello, 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 and welcome to another episode of the Afrocentrist podcast. I am your host, the energetic EJ, and I am excited to be here. And I sincerely apologize for the lateness, first of all. And I mean, the past couple of days for me has just been a roller coaster of events and emotions. If I had my way, I would postpone today's episode, but no, this is the final live session in the month of April, and I'd already, prepared in my head, in my mind that this was going to be an amazing session. But life happens, and it happens to the best of us sometimes. But yeah, we're here. So we're going to keep this sweet and short, talking about optimizing your social media for authority building and for conversion. Now, I mean, it's no longer news that if you really are a business or you're working on building your brand, you have to take social media seriously. But now, a lot of us are on social media, right? But are we really harnessing the power of social media? Do we really position well for to build our authority using social media as a tool, or are we just there because everybody's there? I mean, you visit some people's pages or their accounts or their social media handles, and you probably just see their names. That's it. No bio, nothing to let us know what they are about or what their brand is about. This is what optimization is. Optimization is you maximizing the use of the benefits of a particular thing or a particular opportunity or a particular person or a particular relationship, right? And so we're talking about maximizing the power of social media by optimizing it so that you can build your authority fast and you can convert. Because if you're there for business, then you want to convert from strangers or from visitors, people who visit your profile, to customers or to clients, right? So this is what we're going to be talking about. And I have a very, very talented young man here who is known as the Dominator, by the way. So he's about to dominate this podcast right now, and I am all for it. His name is Lucky James, aka the Dominator, who is a social media strategist and co-founder of Dominate Social. He runs the Facebook community Dominators Network Africa, where its core focuses in helping individuals become better and dominate globally in their various niches. As a social media strategist, he helps business and personal brands gain visibility, attract clients, and make profits using social media. Lucky James believes that learning is a never-ending process. And in addition to that, he abhors ignorance. Woo! Okay, we're about to dive into knowledge here today. You see, this is going to be interesting. All right. And in his words, he says, it's always a pleasure to help shed light on the path you've once followed for those who are journeying along. I love that. I love that. And I'm all here for the journey, for learning, knowing better, even if you've been on social media and you're actively active. Yeah. Because you can be inactively active and you can be active inactively, right? But if you're actively active, then you can still learn something new from this session today. And so, without further ado, I'm going to bring up on stage my guest, Lucky James, talking about optimizing your social media for authority building and conversion. Hello, James.
Good evening, man. It's actually a pleasure to be real pleasure to be here today. Sincerely amazed, and I can't wait to actually share my knowledge with everyone who would be watching the replay or those who are currently live here currently who will be watching
Mm,
the video as it goes through. I really can't wait to share my knowledge with you all on how you can get to optimize your social media profiles effectively for you to be able to build that sense of authority, that authority status, and also not just building the authority but also being able to convert. So it's one thing to have that sense of, okay, I've built authority on social media, but when it comes to the business part of it, you want to be able to build authority and also being able to convert the authority you've been able to build. So really, I'm looking forward
absolutely.
to the
Absolutely. Thank you so much, James. I mean, I sincerely, I openly apologize to you. Like, just been a crazy week for me, and that's why I didn't do the follow up on time and all of that. Please Forgive me openly. I'm asking for your forgiveness.
But yeah,
Awesome. 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 All right. So we're going to dive into it now. I'm going to start with asking you, why did you develop the interest in, social media, building a community and optimizing social media for authority building? Why that area? Why that area of focus for you?
yeah, yeah, I get your point. When I actually started out on social media, it's been a while. I think 3, 4 years already. When I came on, like, then social media was not as congested as it was or as it is now, and people were doing less of sharing knowledge on social media. Then social media was all about people getting to post their pictures, just people connecting with their friends, this sense of building an authority, building a tribe. All this kind of, they were not just so popular then on social media. So, but then I don't know why. Sometimes I still question myself. I don't know why, but when I came online, I was still quite young then, but I came on with this sense of I want to teach people. It was just something that happened natural to me, right? So when I came online on social media, I said on Facebook, and the first thing I was kind of series of posts I was making then was repost on purpose. So I was telling people about why it's important to get your know your purpose, to discover your purpose. That's what I was sharing then. I came across one social media influencer then, and I was staying at I live at Port Harcourt, but I'm currently not in Port Harcourt. So then I was staying at Port Harcourt, and this social media influencer was also in Port Harcourt. I was like, okay, this is one of the only person then I know on social media. I knew then, I mean, who was into this knowledge business, who was actually about sharing content and the rest of it, right? All these people now, they were not that popular then, so I didn't really know any of them. He was the only one I knew, and I was like, okay, he's in Port Harcourt, amazing. Started following his content, and there was a certain time he held an event in Port Harcourt, and I was able to attend the event. Yeah, I also got to meet a couple of amazing people, and that was how I was able to build that network of friends who were basically into this social media of a thing, right? So basically, it was just me posting about purpose. Then I had to refine it along the way. I was like, what if I just go full time and I call myself a content creator? I was still young. I didn't really have that sense of purpose. I didn't really understand like what I really have to do, right? So I was just like, okay, content creation is something I do. I don't want to call myself someone that is a purpose coach. I don't want to call myself a life coach, even though I talk about purpose. I'm like, okay, tomorrow I might decide to say something else. Oh, like, will I have to remove that name of a purpose coach or something, right? So I just say content creator is a name that fits in whatever you do. And that was how I started as a content creator. I was basically sharing content that would help people understand how to create content and also getting to also share content about life itself, because irrespective of the fact that I'm so much enthusiastic about social media, I still like talking about life. I like creating content about life. That's something I always enjoy doing, right? So the social media aspect of it was that I've always been interested like in how social media platform works. That's something I've always had a flair for. I've always wanted to know, okay, how does this platform works and how best can someone leverage this platform to get whatever kind of result they want to get. But I didn't really call myself a social media strategist then. I had to start with the content creator because I was like, okay, I don't have the experience, number one, and maybe I've not gone through or a paid session per se with someone who's a pro, right? So I was like, okay, let me just call myself a content creator. Why behind the scene, I'll be learning how this platform works. So for like 2, 3 years, what I basically did was I was going with the tag of a content creator, but behind the scenes, I was trying to understand how this platform works. I was learning about Facebook. I was learning about how the algorithm work. I was learning about why posts get a lot of engagement, why people buy from push to meet and the rest of it. So I was just studying these things, and I even had to take paid courses. I mean, I paid a couple of paid courses on understanding social media itself. And then I had this realization that, okay, I've been able to at least learn a couple of things. And I'm pretty sure that, okay, what I've known so far already, I can not just help myself, but also if I get to share this wisdom or this knowledge with other people, I'm very, very much sure that they themselves will be able to apply it in their business and also get results using social media. I mean, that was early this year, and I was like, okay, it's time for us to pick a title per se. I still don't call myself a social media strategist. I prefer saying I'm the co-founder. The new social is about social media and the rest of it, because I don't like the sense of having my name being coined to one particular thing. I love this spontaneity that comes with it can be anything, right? But basically, via Dominate Social, I'm a social media strategist. I'm the lead social media strategist at Dominate Social. So it was basically this year I just had that. that nudge in me that I've been able to learn about this platform so far, and at least I know to an extent about how people can get to use this platforms. That was when I was like, okay, social media strategy. That's what I want to do from now,
Okay.
right?
Well, I guess it will, as you evolve as a person, it will keep changing. That's a given. That's a given. That's okay. At least as much as you know that what you're doing right now aligns with what you're doing, or what you call yourself right now aligns with what you're doing, then it's fine. As you evolve, it will always redefine itself to always increase or be added to. So something else will be added to it as you grow and all of that. So that's okay. Your phone is, I don't know if you have DND on your phone, but like every time a message drops, it vibrates and then we lose some of what you're saying. But
Yeah,
yes,
that's
yes, if you have DND, just turn on DND so that hopefully the vibration doesn't come in. But while you're doing that, my next question quickly would be, how then,
okay.
what is, yes, what is social media optimization, and how can people do that, and why is it important? So three in one question: what it is, how can people do it, or why is it, no, so let's start with what it is, why is it
Okay.
important, and how can people optimize?
I can't find where this stuff is real
It's
quick.
fine, just go ahead then.
All right, no problems. Okay, I think I've seen it. I've seen it. All right, I've been able to turn it on. Can you hear me now?
Okay, yes, I can hear you, please go ahead.
All right. So I didn't get the first question again, please.
So it's a three in one question that I need you to answer in about 7 minutes
All right.
thereabout. So first is, what is
Okay.
optimization? Like, what is social media optimization? Why is it important? And how can people optimize their social media?
Okay. So okay, what is social media optimization? Okay, basically, social media optimization, it's just about getting to optimize your social media account, and optimization itself is more like you getting to get the best out of a thing, how you can get to work on something to ensure you're able to get the best from that. And more like if I say something like what example can I use right now? But optimization in itself, it's more about you ensuring you're able to get the best out of a thing, right? So social media optimization is more like how you can go about getting the best from social media. So that's what it is. Like, how can you get the best from social media? That's what the optimization process it's all about. And why would people want to optimize their social media account? It's very really essential. The thing is, currently, unlike how it was in the past, when I talked about like 4 years ago when social media was not that rampant and people were on social media but for different reasons. But in our world today, we're currently in the information era, right? And basically everybody's looking for information, and social media right now is one of the, aside Google, social media is one of the places people go for to search for information. In fact, I've even heard of people who said they wanted to get a job or they applied for a job, and one of the requirements were like, "What's your social media handle?" They want to see what you're putting out online, right? So these are one of the reasons. Like, first of all, you want as a okay, let's look at it from the perspective of a business owner. You're running a business on social. Okay, you're running a business not really on social media, but you want to optimize. You want to leverage social media for your business growth. One of the reasons you need to optimize your social media account is that it's more like you just have to see like a physical location, just that it's online. It's a physical location that it's online. So imagine someone coming to your office and your office is kind of dirty. I mean, who would want to do business with you? Even if people will do business with you, it's going to tell a lot in their class. The class of people that want to do business with you would be people lower than that class. I mean, maybe people that sell stuff on the street. But if you want to do business with, I mean, be real people, you have to like ensure your office is actually kept in place, right? So that's one of the reasons why social media optimization is important, because it spells to the audience the kind of people you want to work with. So your optimization, the way you've been able to optimize yourself, is going to determine the kind of people that are going to work with you. I mean, when I get to see the kind of branding you use, when I get to see the kind of content you're using, I get to see your entire social media presence. I'm like, no, this person is quite below my level. I can't work with this person. I need to look for someone else to work, right? So it's also, you actually shape that perception of what people have about you. And one of the reasons why optimization is also important is that it affects your reach, right? People don't just follow people. There was a time I hosted a class, and that class was on WhatsApp growth, and I was sharing something with people, and with the participants of that class. And one of the things I told them was that sometimes it's not just about getting the views, right? The views are important. I mean, you can get 5,000 views, 100,000 views, but the real question is, how many were from that view? Like, what was your sole aim, for instance? Was it for people to join your email list? Was it for people to follow you? Was it for people to buy your product? After all the views you get, did you actually clinch on the main thing you wanted to get, right? So it's not just about getting those views, but are you able to achieve the real goal you want to achieve with social media? When your account is not optimized, you're going to suffer a lot of that, because even if you're running paid ads, I mean, even if you're investing on paid ads, you're paying for the platform to run ads for you, and lots of people are seeing, they're coming to your platform. When they still come, when you lack the optimization, you're not going to be someone who is looking like, they'll be like, this person is not serious on videos. They just skip. It's something that normally happens, right? So the two really important reasons is, one, perception. I mean, your perception goes a long way to determine the kind of people that will work with you, right? And two, conversion, very, very important. If you want to convert people, then your profile needs to look like something that can convert people themselves. So the aspect about how you can get to optimize your social media profile, it's not really complicated or difficult per se. To optimize your social media account, okay, basically, what is optimization? Getting the best out of it. The first thing you have to work on, it's your picture. I mean, that's more like the most important thing. If it's your office now, your picture is more like your gate. Let's say it's more like the gate that leads to your office. If it's your office, like the physical location, I would like to say it's your banner, but it's not really your banner, because
Or your
you can still run your
reception.
business.
Your
Yeah,
reception.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. Because you can run your business without your banner. So it's more like the first thing people would see. And when they get to see it, it goes a long way to determine if they would want to enter your office in the first place before they even talk about business, right? It's often said that don't judge a book by its cover, but currently in the generation we are, people would want to, people quote it. A lot of people still quote it. I mean, a lot of people still quote it, but honestly, when they themselves want to buy a book, that human instinct in them will first tell them, this book back is not looking like something. It's not looking like something of value, but you're like, I don't think this book will be worth it. I mean, even if they are the ones that have said it in the past that don't judge the book by its cover, but that human instinct would always come to play, right? It would always come to play that, man, this is not looking like what you want to get. So the profile picture is one like the most important part of it. I mean, getting a good profile picture would not cost you anything. I mean, 1,000 naira, 2,000 naira, it's not going to cost you anything so expensive to get a new profile picture, right? So just go to a studio house, go with good clothes and take a good profile picture, and you update the profile picture across your social media platforms. If you run a business, it's still okay to use your business logo. If it's a business, yeah, you can still get to use your business logo. At least it's still about your business. But anything that is not about your business, or it's not your picture, it's not going to help you. You want to use it, fine and good, but in the sense of you wanting to build authority and conversion, if that's why you're on social media, I mean, people are on social media for lots of reasons, but if that's why you are on social media, then it's really not going to help you, right? And the second side you want to also consider is your cover photo. Facebook has the option of cover photo. Instagram don't have cover photo. On Instagram, it's your highlight. LinkedIn has the option of your cover photo, right? Twitter also have the option of your cover photo. Your cover photo, you can get to use it to describe about what you do. If it's on Instagram, the highlights are there. You just get to edit reach out to a designer to help you get to highlight covers that would go a long way to like spell about, like, people get to design highlight based on their brands, right? Maybe your brand color and the rest of it. So just reach out to a designer who is going to help you get a good highlight. And the highlight is just simply about what do you do. I mean, you want to tell people about yourself, what you do, and the rest of it. So the highlight is not really complicated, but also you also need to ensure that it's there. At least it's going to tell people that this is what I'm doing here on social media, right? Very, very essential. The different and the third one is actually your bio. But the only difference between your bio and your highlight right now is that your highlight gives you more space to write about what you do as compared to your bio. Bios are normally like the space that all these platforms give for you to write a bio. It's not always long per se. So when you get to write that stuff on your cover photo, maybe the design, you have a lot of space to write whatever it is you do on your cover photo. So your bio also is very, very essential and important. I still remember vividly when I was looking for someone, a lady reached out to me and she needed someone to teach her children what's it called? I think was it about crypto? Yeah, it was about crypto. I think it was about crypto. So then I was not having any friend like I could think about that offer that stuff, right? So I had to go search on social media someone who was into it, and I had to just search for the keyword. I can't really recall what it was. I just had to search for the keyword, and lots of people were coming up. And the first thing I even considered was the bio the person actually used, right? I had to read the bio. Does this bio says that this person does this particular thing? I mean, it's very, very important. So your bio goes a long way to determine if people would want to do business with you. And one thing about optimization that you need to understand is that it's not something that people think. It's something that just naturally happen. I mean, I just see it and I just have the feeling in me that I wouldn't want to do this thing. It's not like people intentionally say they don't want to do business with you because of you don't have a bio, right? They just come there and you don't see anything, and something in their head just tell them this is not right, and they're out. Like lots of people are doing what you're doing, and they're out. Like the next person is there, and the next person is getting the job offer or whatever it is, right? So one of the simplest way to get to craft your bio on social media is just about you telling people what you do and who you help to do what you want to do, basically, right? Like for me, I can say, who do I help? I help small business owners and entrepreneurs. And how do I get to help them? I get to help them like either understand how they can get to use social media to grow, how they can get to leverage it for growth, right? So it's just a very simple hack you can get to use for your bio to get to craft your bio. Like you just tell people about what you do and how you help them achieve that thing you do, right? So I'm pretty sure that's going to go a long way to help. And also on some platforms, you can get to also include links on your bio, a link on your bio. It's on Instagram, you can include a link on your bio. On Facebook, you can also get to include a link on your bio. On LinkedIn, you can't include, I don't think you can include a link on your bio. I've tried it, but it didn't work out. But Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, you can add a link on your bio on these three platforms. So if you're any of on any of these platforms and you currently run a business, it's very essential for you to have a link there. And I would advise that that link is that I would even say you should get to use a multi-link platforms. There are some platforms that offers you the opportunity of like the platform themselves is a link, and if you get to click on that link, it's going to lead you to a route of links. Like there are lots of links in it. So I think one of the good options you can check out there could be Linktree. I think Linktree is a good option. So if you have a Linktree, if you search for Linktree on Google, you'll be able to understand how it works. Linktree just gives you the opportunity of having one link that leads to multiple links. And the reason you want to have a link on your bio is that when we get to click on that link, it's going to lead them to somewhere aside that platform you are. When you run a business on social media, sorry, when you run a business, you might not just have what you call one, you might not just have a Facebook page per se. Some people who run businesses, they have their website and the rest of it, they have their email list and the rest of it. So that link in your bio now is also going to send people outside of Facebook. Or let's say, for instance, as a business, you want people to connect with you on WhatsApp, you want to grow your WhatsApp list as a business owner, you can get to include it in that link in your bio. If it's an email list you have, you can get to include it in that link in your bio. If it's a product you're even selling, I mean, you can just include a link in your bio, and anyone who clicks on that link would see the product, and it might not even be aware. Someone just comes to your page, and the person goes through your page, and the person is like, okay, I love what this person is doing. The person taps on the link in your bio, there's a product. Wow, I think I would love to buy it. And the person has bought it. So having a link in your bio is very, very important. And what should be in that link should be the important things about your business. Okay. And the very
Wow.
fourth one, which is is your activity on social media or your content per se, right? Your wall. How do you get to work on your wall? There's some people when you get to their Facebook wall or their Facebook profile, Instagram is a bit different. Twitter is almost like Facebook, and LinkedIn is also a bit different, right? But when it comes to Facebook, people can get to that excuse me, if you can get to tag you on post on Facebook. So there's some people, thank you. There's some people you go to their Facebook profiles and you see a lot of tags, things that don't relate to them, right? That the Jew will call it the gutters of the internet. So your timeline will actually be looking like a gutter. Who would want to come and do a business with someone in a gutter, like gutters of the internet, right? So there is a setting on Facebook that you can get to set that would help you control the kind of content that shows on your page. So that when someone gets to tag you on the post, it does not immediately show up on your timeline. It's actually about you getting to decide should it show or should it not show, right? I don't know how we'll be able to share that with you on how we can do it, but you can run a quick Google search or just go through your settings and you'll be able to toggle how you can get to ensure that if someone tags
Actually,
you.
I really think that I would love to have you back on the show, just to come and
Okay.
just to dive deeper. So in steps, so it would be more like, okay, this time around it will be the main optimization, how to and the practical
Go
steps
about
to take.
it. I
Yeah, so that
understand.
I mean, you're already a knowledge sharer, anyways, and where your knowledge comes from, it can never finish. We are knowledge sharers.
Okay.
It can never finish. We keep on sharing and sharing, and the more we share, the sweet thing is the more we share, the better we even get. The more we get, the
Exactly.
more we share, the better we get at teaching or explaining a concept to people. The simpler our
Yeah.
explanation of concepts becomes. So that's the beauty of it. So I'm so sorry that we have to wrap it up here today, but definitely please permit me to bring you back on the show soon. Is that permission allowed, please? But this
Yeah,
time
it is. It
around,
is.
it's most likely going to be because with this now, you position as somebody who help other businesses, who help
Yeah.
other businesses as well. Because you are doing this and you are serving SMEs, so you help other businesses. So the next time I want you on the show, you're going to be on the Business Monday. So Business Monday is for people who help other businesses, right? So that when you now share this, some of the tips with us, people can then actually come to you and say, you know what, come and help us. Maybe you help people. Do you help people optimize their pages?
Yeah, we run the service at Dominate Socials, page optimization.
Ah, fantastic. Okay. So please, I'm going to bring you back on Business Monday. Is that a deal, please?
Yeah.
And this time around, it will be a recorded episode so that we have time, sit down, block out the time, record, and all of those things, right? But thank you so much,
Yeah.
Lucky James, for being here today again. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I cannot thank you for your understanding. I know there's been ups and downs with this our back and forth, today, but I'm so grateful that you're able to make our time to be here today and to share all your knowledge with us. Definitely, I want you back on the show on Business Monday. This is Thursday live sessions. So you're coming back on Business Monday this time around, coming to
Right.
just show us the tips and tricks for SMEs. And I really cannot wait for that episode to come up. Once again, thank you. How can people connect with you if they
You.
wanted to connect with you?
Is that what?
How can people connect with you if they wanted to connect with you?
Okay. Okay. They can connect with me on Facebook. Pretty easy. Just search for Lucky James. But okay, there's a link actually. I think maybe if you search for Lucky James, you might get to see tons of Lucky James, and you might not know who I am, but you will definitely know who I am. My account is optimized. You'll see my picture. Oh, I got that Lucky James, but you would know that this is the Lucky James that actually spoke here. Okay, but there's a link you can get to search for. Quite easy. Just search for bit.ly, bit.ly/IAMLUCKY, then James. bit.ly/I am Lucky James. So you get to search
Love
for that
it.
link, multi-link,
Love it.
the kind of stuff I was talking about. So if you get to search for that link, it's a multi-link that will lead you to Facebook, to my Twitter, to my WhatsApp, I guess. So you'll be able to connect with me on any of those platforms.
Awesome. Awesome. I'm going to have to edit the description of this video and add your link to it so that people can connect with you. Once again, thank you so much for being here today. I really, really do appreciate it.
It was actually
All
fun
right.
doing this. Now.
Thank you so much. All right, guys, this is where we draw the curtain on today's episode until I come your way again with yet another, business owner or another thought leader or another expert in their field sharing their knowledge on Thursday live sessions. It is I, the energetic EJ. If you have not yet subscribed to this YouTube channel, please do subscribe and turn on the notification so that you're able to get alerted when a content drops. And also, if you don't listen to our podcast yet, please do listen. We have great content out here for you. Do not miss out on them. And you can follow us across social media at the Afrocentrist Podcast. Again, my name is The Energetic EJ. You can also follow me at The Energetic EJ _ on Instagram. And of course, click the link in my bio and you will link to other parts of my expressions. All right, guys. See you and thank you so much for being here today. God bless you. Bye bye.